Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day for those out there. You know, rock the vote, get out the vote, do all those things. What's going on? How's everybody doing? We're back at it, baby. We're back ready to cook. We got Snoopaloop in the chat. Happy National Chicken Lady Day. Sure, why not, man? Why not? DJ P's here. We got the Common Man, Magi Carp. Let's go, Boston Bay. Sure, dude. Sure. Mattress Mac said, can we talk about those draft prospects in college basketball last night? I'll be honest, Mattress Mac. I am not locked in the CB world yet. I wait till about late February. But however, if the Celtics continue to lose to the freaking Utah Jazz, then we might be doing that a little bit earlier. Look who it is right there. The champ is here. Adam Stubbs, Mr. Stubbs last night in Splash Sports took down the $5 winner takes all championship. Took it down. What was that like? You 30 people in there and you took it down? So winner take all. First gets it all and Stubbs took it. So you love to see it. We got David in the chat. Yeah. We had some hoops last night. We had some drama last night. We had a lot of fun. And then we got a good slate today that I'm excited to talk about. I think we might do a little bit more on the underdog the second half of the show than we normally do. But we got, let's business. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We're NBA Bit Monday through Friday. All right. Monday through Friday, we're out here cooking. And then the next thing, I will have something on Wednesday on the Elite Fantasy Sports channel, Live Before Lock on Friday. Shouts to everybody who tuned in to Live Before Lock the other day. Let's start with the Clippers stuff. We'll start with the Clippers game. We're going to do 2 drama games. But before we do the Clippers game itself, let's go check in with Pablo Torre, who, you can tell it was breaking news because he didn't even go into the studio. He was like his own little version of man on the street last night. I got emails and stuff. Let's go there. Oh, currently 3rd and 39th, and you're so rare. Let's go. Yeah, we'll get to Giannis. Giannis is coming up 3rd, baby. Giannis is coming up 3rd. Let's go over here first. This is what we're starting with. We had an update from Pablo. Says Clippers owner Steve Ballmer has been sued by 11 aspiration investors who allege Ballmer used the company now named Ketona to secretly funnel millions of dollars to star NBA player Kawhi Leonard, paying him more than allowed by the NBA salary cap rules. Plaintiffs allege that Ballmer was complicit in and aided and abetted co-founder Joe Sandberg's fraud for his own self-serving purpose. Absent Ballmer's support, aspiration could not have sustained the fraud set forth herein. The lawsuit continues Reese Sandberg and Ballmer's alleged scheme to evade the NBA salary cap. That's in quotes. Plaintiffs would not have invested and or kept their investment in aspiration if Ballmer and Sandberg had disclosed the true nature. They also allege Ballmer transferred other funds to aspiration to keep the company afloat and by Sandberg's support, cooperation, and silence about the secret deal with Kawhi. The full extent of Ballmer's transfer funds will be ascertained in discovery. Whoo, baby. So we hadn't really gotten an update for a little bit. Boston Base we should have had Boston Base on the show today to give us the lawyer perspective. Feels bad, though. Feels like that might be bad. It also, because of this, I feel like we're going to learn a lot more too. Maddie says maybe a lawyer could better explain. Would you sue with the hope of finding the smoking gun? Let's do cap, circumvention, and discovery, or would you usually have that locked in beforehand? Great question. Hopefully Boston Base can weigh in the chat. Or we need, as he mentioned, I should pay him a retainer just to keep him on standby here. But yeah, that's a great question. That's what I was wondering too last night. Like, is this just an opportunity to try to learn more in discovery? Although that is a lot for the plaintiffs to go out to. Like, that's just a lot of work if they don't have a pretty strong understanding of what they're going to find. You know what I mean? If Boston Base shows up, someone will dislocate a shoulder. Why? What happened? What's that reference to? I missed it. So I don't know. It seems bad though. It seems bad, but based on how the NBA moves in its investigations, it also seems like something we won't find out for a while. Because that's how they roll. That is how they roll. The Clippers, speaking of rolling, they rolled over last night. They almost went back-to-back game winners. They almost had it. Almost a back-to-back game winner. Both like similar plays too. Boston Bay says, yes, there's something to that. You need to establish a level of certainty that discovery will lead to admissible evidence based on material information already available. Oh, wow. Okay, Boston Base. Okay. So Boston Base, what do you make of all of this? What do you make of the new developments here in the case? While Boston Base types into the chat, we got Patty Coyne in there, who almost hit a massive double parlay last night. He had Jake LaRavia along with Russell Westbrook. Shout out Nez, by the way, giving us that Westbrook alpha during the show yesterday. All right, let's go to the basketball itself here. So dude, shout out Miami, man. On the back end of a back-to-back, into the crypto. No, not in the crypto. They went to the wall. They went to the wall here. And I got to tell you, man, I'm kind of in on this new Bam. This new Bam Adebayo. I mean, it took them like 5 years of doing the same type of offense. They brought in I believe is it the Grizzlies, former Grizzlies assistant coaching staff that got like fired in this last run. He's now over in Miami. I believe that's right. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. They are playing fast. The ball is moving, and Bam is actually benefiting from this. He's shooting way more threes, too. Went 2 for 4 from 3 last night, but he finished the game 25 and 10. Also had 4 assists and 2 steals. Wiggins, too, had 17 points. Norman Powell returned. Norman had 21. And then, dude, Jaime Jaquez still playing 26 minutes. Kel'el Ware only 16 off the bench. Ware moved back to the bench with the return of Powell and Pelle Larson staying in that starting spot there until our friend Tyler Hero comes back. The Clippers, James Harden was like the tale of two halves there, where he really seemed like he just was he's just real lazy with it in the second half. It was just like turnover. Finished the game with 7 turnovers. He did have 29, 8, and 7. Like stat-wise looked good, but third quarter, he came out, turned the ball over. I think if it was not 3 consecutive times, it was like 3 times in 5 minutes. And they were just weird. They were just like, it's like he was asleep at the wheel. And then Miami kind of fed off that energy. Miami fed off that energy, and they're like they were just swarming a little bit. I mean, I know they gave up 119 points, but like really shut him down in the third quarter. You see, they outscored him by 13 in the third. Kawhi's been awesome. He had 27 points, 4 boards, 4 dimes, and 4 steals and 2 blocks. That's coming off a 6-steal game the other night against the Pelicans. Now gets 6 stocks in this one. Zubac had 18 boards, dude. 18 boards for Big Z. Regulator said the Clippers should not look this old this early in the season. Clippers are weird, man. Like one game they'll look incredible. The next game they like barely squeak by the Pelicans. I just think Miami's a better team, man. Miami's just not than the Clippers, but I mean, they were a better team than we expected. And to be where they're at right now at 4-3 with no hero, pretty impressive. Boston Bay said rich people never get in trouble, so I'm sure they'll be fine. And then Magi says those 11 people get $5 million each and nothing ever happens. Honestly, go out and vote today. Anyways, good win for Miami. Bad loss for the Clippers at home. You can't lose this game on a back-to-back when Miami's on a back-to-back. Can't do it. Let's go to the more drama. Memphis played Detroit last night. So before we even get into the drama, let's go ahead and just do this for the fan.
Detroit basketball. Detroit
All right, Detroit gets the W, baby. Detroit gets the W, 114-106. Well, let's start with the Memphis side. Ja, after serving his one-game suspension, he returned, played 35 minutes, 18, 10, and 5 turnovers. So, like, stat-wise, okay. Jaren Jackson Jr. ended up finishing with 21 and 4. Jacques Landale had 13 and 5. And then our guy Coward poured in 17 and 6 off the bench. You love to see that. Bassey, look at Bassey playing 15 minutes. A summer league standout, Charles Bassey for the Boston Celtics. But after the game, he said they asked Ja. They were like, you know what, something, I don't know. He's on his Jimmy Butler shit. Let me see if I can find the clip. Actually, let's just do it that way. Let's just listen to the clip. How long is this video before I share it? But he's trying to do his Jimmy Butler here. Let's see. All right, let's 2 minutes, whatever. We can watch it. Right? As long as I talk through it, it's fine. I don't want them to come for my money. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Let's see this clip. Let's turn my headphones up.
Game suspension for conduct detrimental to the team. He finished with 18 points and 10 assists in the Grizzlies' loss to the Pistons, and spoke post-game about the suspension, his relationship with the coaches, and whether or not he's lost his joy for the game.
Here we go.
Were you and the coaching staff able to talk about what happened Friday and move on?
Y'all asked that question to them, huh?
What about for you?
Y'all asked that question, so y'all know the answer to that.
Do you feel like everything's been resolved?
Yeah. They told y'all that, right?
Well, yeah, but
There
we
you
didn't
go.
hear it from you.
Obviously, they can't go and tell y'all something I ain't say.
Okay.
You feel like you get the same joy right now that we used to see from you?
No.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, this is kind of tough, and maybe Ja is just like, screw the media right now. I don't want to talk about this anymore. We already answered the questions. I'm not gonna give you some sort of statement that you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get caught up with the media of it all. Maybe that's the direction he's taking this. But I mean, pulled out the Jimmy Butler line. Like, to be fair, the media guy, whoever the reporter was like, "Are you playing with joy?" And he was like, "No." I don't know. Power Duster said, "I have a lunch meeting today. Excited to bring this same energy." Hell yeah. Man, this is tough. I was listening to Verno on the Zach Lowe podcast last night, and I don't really. And Verno was just kind of like, "Oh no, he is Memphis. He wants to be in Memphis. I expect this to kind of blow over." And if you just watch the game, I think you would have assumed that, right? That it did kind of just blow over. Like, he still doesn't look as aggressive as he did, say, 2 years ago. Maybe not as electric or whatever, but it looked like he was trying. Didn't look like he was punting. It wasn't just settling just straight for jump shots, right? But those comments afterwards seem like he's not really pumped about that suspension. That, I think the company line would have been like, yeah, hey, listen, we both learned from the interaction. Looking forward to moving on and playing Grizzlies basketball, right? Something like that. And instead it almost like, instead of the Grizzlies moving past this, because I do think if he gave some sort of, line like that, we're still paying attention to it. We're still like monitoring the situation. But instead, with those comments, it's now going to be, we're going to talk about it today, and we're going to talk about it until the next Grizzlies game, and then we're going to see how he plays in that one, and then ask questions about it afterwards, So I don't really know. I don't know how this moves forward. I don't love it. There was somebody, what did regulators say? It took 35 days for the Heat to trade Butler, over under 33 and a half days to trade Ja. So Ja's contracts, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what's the return on Ja? Let me pull up Spotrac. I forget what Ja's deal is. But like, Jimmy at least won some stuff. Well, I guess he got to the finals. Like, what's Ja like for Jimmy to do it? I don't know. Jimmy's just like, I can't believe I'm picking Jimmy here, but like, Jimmy's at least shown that he can win in the postseason, right? This Grizzlies team under Ja has won what? One postseason series in this entire run. All right, let me just look at the Memphis stuff here. I'm looking at it. So Ja still has 2 years, 87 million left, I think. So you know who would probably trade for him is the freaking Pelicans, right? Just somebody like that. I mean, like, because why would you try to think of the teams that like are desperate for a point guard? It's like Houston, but what is Houston really going to forfeit some of its future? Like the Raptors need a point guard. Sorry, Emmanuel, quickly, but it ain't it. But then you get another guy that can't shoot the three ball on that team. So I don't really know. I don't think Memphis wants to trade Ja. Like, it's a small market team. You need those guys. So I don't know. I don't know what they do. I hope they figure it out, though. Basketball's more fun when Ja's fun. What's up, Portland? I don't know what they do, but that was a tough way to, like, again, you lose to Detroit, whatever. But then for those comments after to just continue to bring all this up again, it's tough. But let's talk Detroit here. Cade, who got off to a super slow start, ended up with 33 points, 8 dimes and 5 boards, only 3 turnovers in this one. But you know what? It was beef stew night. 26 points, 14 boards, 4 assists, 4 blocks. They almost got in a scuffle too. Asar Thompson and Tasha Comment. What are you talking about? Jaren Jackson Jr. gets blamed. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets blamed because you come into the chat every single day and take a dump on Triple J. Don't worry, he's getting his too. But it's Ja who got suspended. That's why they're talking about Ja. But for Detroit here, there was a little scuffle between, I think it was Asar and Vince Williams Jr., where Asar held on to Vince a little bit too long after the whistle, and then Vince just gave him a good 2-handed shove. But the best part about it is that was probably it. It was just each gonna get a tech, and then instead, Beef Stew comes in and make sure he gets involved too. Back to Ja, you were saying, can you remind me why he got suspended, fight with the coaches? Yeah, there was no specifics. It sounds like the coach called him out at halftime, maybe, of the most recent game, or it was in post game. And because if you watch not this most recent game against the Pistons, but the last game Ja played before the suspension, the second half, he came out and basically just sat out the half. He was just kind of walking out there. And so anyways, and it sounds like he didn't respond well to being called out. And it's been detailed by so many different people, but apparently this new coach, his background, he was coaching a team in Germany. He's even on record saying lots of coaches talk shit about players afterwards, after games, like 2 other coaches, and then that festers. And he's like, not me. I say it to their face. So, whatever. That's healthy communication. Sounds like a man that's been in therapy. So Ja didn't respond well to it. But anyways, good win for Detroit. Detroit, who kind of I felt like their first couple games, they were a little funky. They are now 5-2. And it's good. It's good. Boston, Snoop Loop says we need 48 minutes of beef stew, guard, and Draymond. Yeah, sign me up. So that was the drama stuff from last night. Let's now get to the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? Because this was a fun, fast-paced game. Spicy P and Giannis just trading barbs here. Giannis finishes with 33 points, 13 boards, 5 dimes, and 2 steals. But the highlight, man, he made a tough, I don't even know if it was a step back, but fadeaway, mid-range jumper, good arc on it, buckets to get the W at the buzzer on Miles Turner revenge night. I got to tell you, and this is, I know the Milwaukee fans are going to be like, are you really slandering the Bucks after this incredible win, this incredible on the road step back dub? Listen, how was that the last play of the game? For everybody that saw that shot, if you saw that the Bucks had 3 seconds left and that was the play that you got, sure. There was 15 seconds left. They were 15 seconds left, and the play they got was Giannis just doing what? And so, hey, he hit the shot. Results over process, right? Results over process. You get the W. I just how no creativity there. You have freaking Giannis Antetokounmpo. Run by some bitches. Who do the Pacers pick in the next draft? We'll see. It depends where they pick. Early MVP race thoughts. SGA, Giannis followed by Joker. I got to be honest. I know you got to give it to SGA right now. We're going to talk about Jokic. Jokic, I have Jokic ahead of Giannis, I think. They're both been great, but he's been incredible. It was terrible. It was terrible to watch in real time. Terrible. But good win. Miles Turner, I got to tell you, man. So in the first 8 minutes of the game, in the first quarter, In the first quarter, Miles Turner, I think he hits 2 threes. He's got like 3 blocks and a rebound or whatever. And I was like, holy shit. It's Miles Turner night, baby. He is about to break the slate. And then in true Miles Turner fashion, he does nothing for the rest of the game. Just nothing for the rest of the game. He finished with 9 and 7. He did get 5 blocks. Gary Trent Jr. hit a couple of threes on a lot of shots. AJ Green got 13. Ryan Rollins turned the ball over a million times in this one. Bobby Portis continues to be MIA. The Kuz. Kyle Kuzma, 15 points in 16 minutes. Cole Anthony was out there. For the Pacers, though, Spicy P, 32 and 8, baby. Isaiah Jackson gave him a double-double, 21 and 10. Jarris Walker did some stuff, 18, 8 and 5. A little bit more efficient shooting. Neesmith with 17, a couple of big buckets late for them. And then I don't know, man. Ray J played 8 minutes. Ben Shepherd with 20. Furphy got hurt again. The Furphy stuff got hurt. Yeah. Did you see Giannis boo Indy for booing Miles? Yeah. And then I saw the Miles stuff, dude. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm pretty done with I just don't like Miles Turner. I think that's my problem. But I actually tweeted this out right before the show because I saw this the Miles Turner quote here. Also, legendary Denny Carter tweet right there. Typical QB tweet. Love my teammates. God is good. RB tweet. Keep grinding. Tight end tweet. Derp. Wide receiver tweet. The enemy speaks kindly and holds a knife. Miles Turner. 10 years of blood, sweat, sacrifice, and constantly taking the disdain on the chin. I guess growth isn't always applauded. Sometimes it's booed, but I'm still grateful, still rising. I'm of two minds of this. I'm of two minds. You boo the ownership. You should boo the ownership. The ownership, they didn't pay him. Miles Turner did not get paid. Indy should have paid him. I get Indy being like, this is like when Jacoby Ellsbury went to the Yankees for me, where I was like, really, dog? You couldn't go anywhere else? And that's what Miles Turner did. So I get it. Maybe you don't boo Miles Turner, though, especially just after a finals run. Like, you don't boo him. But Miles, why are we I'm always fascinated with what people decide to capitalize. So let's look at this tweet one more time. Sorry. Why are we capitalizing this? So, all right, we got just every word, even the of. Is this a poem? Why did we decide every single? What's going on? What's going on, Miles? Anyways, good win for Milwaukee. Pacers continue to lose. Miles is probably the most mock traded player in the NBA the last decade. Yeah, but the Indiana fans weren't putting him in mock trade. Well, maybe they were. Yeah, so that DJP, this is what I said, but our guy Nez called me a casual on the Badge Bros stream indirectly yesterday. He said that if you listen to the whole clip, that's not really what he was saying. So that got aggregated. So I am a casual. But yeah, I just don't think we should be capitalizing all of those words. That's what I would say. That's my biggest frustration, especially the of. You want to it's the title for his new book, Every First Letter Capitalized. There you go, Regulator. There you go. All right, let's keep going. Let's get into last night's stuff. I'm taking too long. We're moving slowly. Hey, Borland, Nasreed, baby. Minnesota went to Brooklyn, beat them 125-109. Real quick, shout out to our guy Jay Catch, who went to that game for $17.50. Where Brooklyn at? I love it. Regular season Randall with the old trippy dubby, 19, 11, and 10. Jaden McDaniels continues to score 20 plus with no Ant-Man. Rudy with 15 and 12. Dante DiVincenzo, 25, 9, and 5 in this one. More importantly, no turnovers for Dante, who had the ball in his hands a lot more. Naz Reid, finally a 20-point game. Good win for them. Brooklyn sucks. MPJ got ruled out. And so Cam Thomas took a lot of shots. Justin texted us halfway through the game and said that Minnesota started face guarding at Cam and picking him up before half. He went 10 for 24. Noah Clowney started in place of MPJ. He had 15 and 6. Nick Claxton, 19, 8, and 7. I don't know, dude. We're not talking about this anymore. Good win for Minnesota. Ant-Man was cleared for basketball activities. So I think we're still probably a week or two away, but Anthony Edwards should return soon. Let's do Houston, Dallas next. This game was pretty fun. Houston, this was just a dogfight. A lot of beating each other up. Staying at the Barclays is cheaper than rent in New York City. Well, Give me that stabilized rent. Give me that stabilized rent. So, all right. Sorry, not to get political. It's election day, though, so maybe I can a little bit. Also, it's my show. I can do whatever I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. You can't. All right. So for you fantasy freaks, here's something we need to pay attention to the next time Dallas is on the slate. Danny Gafford, who they said was still on a minute restriction in the 14 to 18 range, played 25 last night. 14-4, 5 stocks. PJ Washington, 29-12. What are we doing playing that drop when we could just play this one? Because it's PJ season.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
We should pour one out because we lost a real one yesterday, and that's Klay Thompson, man. The Klay Thompson run might be over. This is, I think Hoop Collective pointed this out, but when Klay signed with Dallas, I think he thought Luka was just going to be whipping passes to him in the corner, wide open, right? And instead, it's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Jover. He can't create any shots for himself anymore. 1 for 8 from 3. The only person shooting worse than him this season, I think, is freaking Peyton Pritchard. I want to pull up Klay's 3-point percentage so far this season. Honestly, he's shooting 29%. You're like, oh, that's not that bad, right? Well, he's a 41% career 3-point shooter. So it is pretty bad. It's a tough scene here. Cooper Flagg, 12-5. Max Christie had 17. It's just a bad team. This is a bad team offensively. They played good defense in this one. KD was not efficient in this one. 21 points on 6 for 18 shooting. Tari Eason got the start because, who was it that got ruled? Oh, Jabari Smith Jr. didn't play in this one. The Goon, Shed Goon, played 40 minutes, had 26 and 11. Amin Thompson, 27, 5 and 4 in this one with 2 stocks. Looked like Amin was going to go for 50. And then instead, he really slowed down. It really slowed down in the second half, which bummed out my bags. And then Adams, Capella, Reed Shepard, whatever. Nothing to write home about. Good win for Houston. Dallas moves to 2-5. They need Kawhi back so bad. Yes, this is a new layout, and I hate it, DJP. I hate it. Thank you for catching it. Yeah, it's brutal. The ESPN update sucks. It's messing with my flow. All right, let's go to Utah and Boston, man. The Celtics, dude, I don't remember a more embarrassing loss for a team in a while. And I know the Celtics team is not that good, okay? I know that. They played the Utah Jazz, who were on the back end of a back-to-back. The Utah Jazz just played last night, and the Celtics absolutely took a dump in the last minute of the game again. And it's like, they were down, I think, 8 with 4 minutes left or something like that. And then they went ham the last couple of minutes to get it back. And then it was just kind of dumb stuff. And yeah, they were Keontae slide tackle. Yeah, so there's I think that it was a tie game or the Celtics were up 1, something like that. Jaylen Brown had the ball at the top of the key, gets ready to initiate a drive. Keontae loses his footing. He goes down. And then Jaylen Brown trips over him, turns the ball over. Nothing is called. That was pretty egregious. I mean, JB laid into him too. The refs' response after the game, like when they talked to the one reporter or whatever, said that both players were slipping, and that's why. I mean, it was just awful. Ooh, we got a deep threat signing. Hell yeah, brother. And so, did the Celtics just chuck up 3? Yeah, dude, it was bad. The Celtics were terrible from 3. And also, regulators saying the Jazz were rested because the Hornets blew them out, for what it's worth. Okay, yeah, they were rested. Here's the starting 5 for the Utah Jazz. Shfi Mael, Keontae George, Yusef Nurkic, Taylor Hendricks, and Lowry Bird. All right? Kevin Love played 17 minutes. Kyle Filipowski. Do you know who Elijah Harkless is? He played 20-plus minutes. Ace Bailey, Walter Clayton. That's the team the Celtics lost to. The Celtics did go, what was it? 11 for 51 from three. 11 for 51 from three. Jaylen Brown, honestly, if he just took away the three-point shooting, had a great game. Like, he finished with 36 points because he got to the line, I think, 11 times. Went 0 for 9 from three. Pritchard, 4 for 11 from three. Honestly, that was, like, better for his for everything. Anyways, they won. Keontae went nuts in this game. Keontae missed an opportunity to hit the game-winning shot, and then our guy Yusuf Nurkic grabbed another board, put it back in. They got out-rebounded 55 to 36. 55 to 36. That's 19. 19 they got outboarded by. Insane. This team is just not fun. If you are if you're the big boys, you are going to win this game. D White underpays my mortgage. Yeah, Derek White, like, I don't know. Boston Base, were you at the game, by the way, last night? Yeah, Jaylen Brown there was like a stretch. Again, they were down 8 with like 4 minutes to go. Jaylen Brown finally was like, let me just attack the rim. And he seemed to get to the bucket every single time. There was a sequence where he got a bucket. Then I think he stripped Keontae at the top and then attacked two. We should have noticed that before the season, the Celtics would have front court issues. Maddie, how dare you? How dare you, Maddie? We did. I did see your post, but sometimes I don't know. You shit post a lot. I never know. Jazz 3-4. Jazz have a better record than the Celtics. So let's go get a top 10 pick, please. Top 5 pick. What else do we have here? Bing bong. Knicks beat the Wizards 119-102 here. Whatever. They see, that's what happens when a good team plays a bad team. That's what's supposed to happen. They win. Cat was great, man. I had been on team fade Cat here the last couple of slates. Last night I got a little more to him because of the Lakers stuff we'll talk about here in a second. But Cat established some dominance here. He had 33 and I think 33 and 13. Also had 5 assists. Quiet night from Brunson, but they didn't need him. They only played 32 minutes. They were on a back end of a back-to-back too, 16 and 9. Yabusele got out there, didn't do too much. Clarkson got 15. Josh Hart has nerve damage in his hand. Had 15 and 12 and 10, with 5 assists as well. So who needs nerves? Keyshawn George, 15 and 5. Alex Sarr's looking good, man. 19, 8 and 7. Had some stocks in there. And then Bilal Coulibaly with 15. So that's some of the spiciness from last night with the Bing Bong boys. We don't have to talk about that one too much more. We got a couple games left. Let's get to 2 games left. Let's get to the Joker. Nuggets win this one 130 to 124. Kind of felt like they were I'm sorry. I think they were kind of in control the whole game, even though this ends up being a 6-point spread here. They seemed like they were in control. I got to take a little bit of an L on Russell Westbrook. If you were tuning into Live Before Lock, I thought that projection was a little bit high considering Schroeder and Levine were both ruled in. That was part of the reason why I liked Russ. They were both ruled in. They both played their heavy minutes, but Russ still got the start and played 37 minutes, had 26, 12, and 6 in this one. Bone had 13 and 17. DDR 19, Schroeder 18, Levine 15. But their bench sucks, man. Like Keon Ellis, Nick Clifford, Drew Eubanks. That's it. They ran basically 8 guys out there. Devin Carter, the second-year kid, got 3 minutes. Jokic is awesome. 34 points, 14 dimes, 7 boards, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 14 for 22 shooting. That's insane. 40% from 3. Jamal, 21. CB with 21 and 4. Christian Brown had a couple of really nice, strong finishes. Got to the line a couple of times too. Jamal, 15, 7 and 7. And then just an easy win. Easy win for Denver. They moved to 4 and 2. And then the last game of the night, Lakers get a very surprising win. Kings could use Ja. Yeah, no, come on, dude. Come on. Leave the Kings alone. Lakers. So the Lakers just blew up the slate. So they were on Howie, and Cam in Denver. Cam Johnson's battling an injury right now. So I think the fit is still a little funky. Hard to get a good feel for what Cam can do for this team. I also think it's just, dude, he's playing in Brooklyn, man. I think it's taken a little bit of time for him to get used to having people that pass on the team. And so I think the fit's going to be fine come April, but a little bit slow right now. But anyways, the Lakers around 5 p.m. were like, hey, what if we do this? What if Luka and Austin Reeves don't play? And then Dominating takes revenge seriously. Dominating comes out there, 29 points, 10 boards. Shut out Nez, by the way, who I think got, where was it, like 4th place, 5th place last night with Dominating there in the 6th round. Love to see it. Shout out our boy. Rui Hashimura had 28 and 4 in this one. Laravia, 11, 6 and 5 with 3 steals. Good win for the Lakers, man. Dude, they are 6 and 2 right now. Oh, Nick Smith Jr., which, by the way, we did call this out on Live Before Lock. We were looking at, we're like, oh, is Bronny a good play? Which Bronny, is fine, man. He played 5 and 6. But we were saying Nick Smith Jr. is familiar with stepping up into a role when everybody's sitting out. Shout out to Charlotte Hornets. He had 25 and 6 in this one. But the Lakers, man, 6 and 2 without LeBron playing a single game. Luka's missed 2 or 3 games. Now Reeves got a rest. So to win both ends of this back-to-back, pretty impressive stuff. So shout out the Lakers, man. Shout out the Lakers. For Portland, they just didn't have it last night. Klingon was awful. So much about for centers against the Lakers. Denny filled it up. He had 33 and 6. Sharp had 23. Jeremy Grant at 18. This is gonna be one of the worst. Drew Holiday came back to earth last night. We'll tell you that. Supermax Reeves, bye-bye LeBron. Yeah. Oh man, good stuff in the chat there, Boston Bay. So that was last night's action. We got a fun slate tonight, and I got some takes, man. I got some takes. I've been in the underdog drafts already this morning, and what could go wrong here? What could go wrong? So much, and I'll explain why. So Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks travel to Toronto tonight. Now, the Raptors are 4.5-point favorites. So either they're really nervous about U.S. and Canada, the political climate between the two countries, and that customs is going to be insane, or Giannis is not playing tonight. I don't know in what world the Raptors are favored by 4.5 points. So I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think Giannis is playing. We got the Cup returns on Friday. You got to respect the Cup. And so maybe they're just getting a little bit rested, so they're ready to take down the Cuppy Cup. And you know that Milwaukee takes it seriously. They've gone to Vegas before. We get the Magic and the Hawks. Magic are 3.5-point favorites. No Trae Young still. I think everybody else is good to go. Just one little note, too. Porzingis, the old zinger. I already did the Clippers game. I opened it because I had to open with your owner getting sued by some aspiration investors, Consig. We opened with it. But anyways, the Magic and the Hawks, Porzingis played 27 minutes in the last one. So I don't know. Let's just, are we going to keep extending the minutes? The Chicago Bulls are taking on the 76ers and are favored. This is going to be a fun one. Fantasy goodness. All right. Giddy, Maxey, Embiid played 24 minutes, I think, in that last game. That's pretty spicy. I don't think there's any other injury stuff for that game. Then we get the Hornets and the Pelicans. Okay, this is the one. And honestly, if you don't even listen to me because I want to do this all myself. In what world are the New Orleans Pelicans favored? Favored by 2.5 tonight. There's no Brandon Miller for Charlotte. Okay, fine. LaMelo is questionable. So is Zion. If the Pelicans are favored, Zion has to be playing, right? And I'll be honest, I think this Pelicans team sucks and has quit on their team. So even if LaMelo is ruled out, still not sure the Pelicans should be favored. Now the Hornets are on a front end of a back-to-back. They play tomorrow as well. Over the weekend, LaMelo was questionable for Saturday's game, ended up playing, and then sat on Sunday's game. So if LaMelo does go tonight, I assume he doesn't play tomorrow. But this line, I mean, the Pelicans being favored is insane to me. But anyways, I've got 75% Zion Williamson. What could go wrong? Then we get the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. Warriors are 10.5-point favorites. No real injury news there. But Golden State is on the front end of a back-to-back. And then OKC and the Clippers tonight. OKC 7.5-point favorites. This game starts at 11 p.m. Eastern. Wait, Charlotte doesn't play till Friday? Oh, I thought Charlotte was on a back. Oh, my bad. I thought Charlotte played tomorrow too. My bad. So now I don't know. And it is cocked this way. Cock Brenner season for sure. Is it a Looney game? I don't know. Missy's still starting. Pels are the back-to-back. Okay, so then I think there's a real this I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this game. Why are the Pelicans favored? It makes no sense. But OKC Kawhi last week said, "Hey, where do you think which one? Which guy are you talking about? Are you talking about Giannis? Where do you think they'd sit him for a while? Given which guy are you talking about? Sorry, real quick. OKC and Clippers. Kawhi, like a week ago, was like, "Hey, I'm actually playing back-to-backs now. That's the thing I'm doing." And instead, last night Ty Lue was like, "I don't know if he's playing." So I don't know what to make of that one either. But we probably won't get that report till super late too, right? With this game starting at 11. Hornets have not won 2 games in a row yet. All right, there you go. Oh, you're talking about Jakob Poeltl because he went through full practice yesterday. Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious what they do. I'm curious what Turtle Power. I forgot that he was that he missed the last game. All right, so that is tonight's action. Let's jump into a dog. Let's jump into an underdog, and then we might call it a little bit earlier than normal. But let's do an underdog. Maybe we'll do 2 drafts. Who knows? Last night, not my there we go. Ty Lue needs to get some bets down. Yeah, I mean he's got to get him in while he can. Last night we did okay. We did okay last night. Not our best stuff, but we did okay. We lost a little bit, but not a lot, and it looked like it was going to be real bad for a while. So we'll take it. But you can't win every single night. We actually won on football though, so we'll call it even. All right, let's jump into one of these. I'll kind of talk you through what I've been doing so far today. Again, that's all lit up because of the silver, which we'll pull up. So I really don't know what to do here with LaMelo. LaMelo's the one that I've been struggling the most with. As you can see by my percentages, which you can see over here, like 16% SGA, which is kind of fun. We got Nez in here. Oh, and Magi Carp. You kidding me, bro? I got both of you dorks in here. And it's his robots. Okay. I've put Giannis 3, 4, excuse me. I thought I had him 3. I've been taking him 3. Where if Giannis falls, whatever, dude, you got to take him. Maybe he does play. That line tells us he's not playing though. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll give Nez a generational Giannis at 4. And if he does play, that is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy if you're getting by far the best player on the slate super late. All right, Magi has him too. So it looks like we'll be starting with Maxey or Giddey. But yeah, I've been really hammering. I don't have a lot of Booker. That's been I do actually. I have 23% Booker. I don't have a lot of LaMelo. I'm going to start taking him a little bit more. I don't have enough Jalen Johnson either. Only 3% JJ bums me out. But 73% Zion. I have Zion ranked 10th, but you're getting him at 16 or 17. It's nuts. All right, so we'll take Maxey here. We'll start with Maxey. We'll do 2 of these today. Buster, I know. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of Buster Boys. Okay. Oh, Governor Kathy Hochul told me it's election day. Thank you, Kat. I'm just reading my emails to you guys right now. That's what I'm doing. Oh, there he is. Let's see what he does. Nez, you're on the clock, bro. You're on the clock, Nez. You got a shout out earlier today. He takes Giddey up. All right. But yeah, I don't really know what to do with LaMelo here. I don't. I guess if he falls, we take him. But this line is so confusing. 2.5 makes no, the Pelicans being favored makes no sense. I mean, they literally could fire, Willie Green could get fired at any point. When will we know the results for the votes today? If it's close, we probably won't know till tomorrow or super, super late tonight. If it's close. And if it is close, I swear to God, I'm going to be so mad. All right, Nez is on the clock. Let's see. So LaMelo went 8 there to Taylor 340-3295. Catchy song. Magic Carp probably won't let Zion get back to me, but I kind of what did Scotty's been cooking lately. Zion goes 9. All right, what a real one. I'm gonna take Scotty over Steph because I have 16%. Well, let's just mix it up a little bit. I also am nervous, just Ty Lue. I know we're talking about Quentin Jackson MVP. Okay, Alan. What's up, Alan? I know Ty Lue said something about Kawhi, but there is a world where they just like rest Harden too. This is a nationally televised game, though. I don't know if that still matters. If it still matters, we'll take Kawhi here, though. Because if he does go, also, one thing I didn't mention about OKC, Lou Dort is questionable. So if everybody's just scared of, like the Dort report, shut up. We're not playing the whole video. But if you're scared of Dort report, there's a chance he does not play. Yeah, dude, those ads are insane. Those ads are insane. Where's 16 points, 5 boards, and 2 blocks in 17 minutes? Yeah, you need to get where, John Morant, Tyler Hero, and Khalil Ware. How about that for a trade? Morant for Hero and Ware. Who says no? Who do you like with Dort out? I just like them all. For OKC, nobody. I still like SGA and Chet. I don't think I'm drafting anybody else. But for it just makes me like the Clippers more, just because then Harden doesn't have to deal with Dort. It's just like one less good defender. Ja would do just fine in Miami. What if that's all he needs is heat culture, man? You ever think about that? What if it's just heat culture? All right, I got too many people taking their sweet time here in this draft. I'm looking at you, Nez. Nez here went Josh Giddey, Zion. See, this is what I'm talking. I mean, I've got a lot of pick 17 Zion, pick 16 Zion, and so if he starts going in the second round, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm gonna take Dyson here, but I've been like trying to swap back and forth on Dyson and Zubac, but I've got 43% Zion. Also, I gave Ryan Rollins a little bit of a boost here with no Giannis. I know Rollins kind of disappointed some people last night, but SGA's home getting broken into. Feeds my narrative, Toronto narrative. Yeah, you're trying really hard to get SGA back there. Yeah, that's scary stuff. That's scary stuff. Home invasions. Come on, man. All right, let's go. All right, so Zubac, I give the gift of Zubac to Magi. I still like Edgecombe. I know Embiid's back, but I still where did Embiid go actually in this draft? 18. I need to get some more Joel Embiid because I do what was that minutes last time? I feel like if his minutes all of a sudden get to 30 and you're getting 4th round Embiid. Really like Kuminga tonight too. He's just kind of free. But I think we'll just take Rollins here depending on what Magi does. And then just a reminder, NBA Bit Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. If it's your first time here, thanks for hanging out. We might do. I think what we're going to do tomorrow, because I think tomorrow we'll get Ryan Rollins here. We're going to do like a members only show on Elite Fantasy, on the Elite Fantasy channel, or maybe I can do members only on both. I don't know. We're gonna go out there and do some drafting for members tomorrow. T Cage, wait, where did you finish last night, T Cage? I saw Nez up there. I missed you. Tyler, were you up top? What do you guys think about Bucelis? Let's see who these 6th round pick. Ooh, Mark Williams. Look at Mark Williams. Nez is not scared of center. He's not scared of center against Golden State. Mark Williams forever. I do like Mark Will too. All right, DJP, I got you. Or maybe I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. Maybe it'll be a members only chat. But you can watch. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. But we'll do that tomorrow afternoon. Maybe at like 4 or 5. I have Old Man Hoops tomorrow. Old Man Hoops tomorrow at 7:00. I got an early game. It's against a bad team, and I have not been shooting the ball well. So as a team, we decided I was going to get up like 15 threes tomorrow because I need to get in. I need to get into a rhythm. So we're going to be chucking tomorrow, which is either going to make me feel really good on Thursday or really bad. But this is a get right spot for your boy. Me and Peyton Pritchard finished 20th, I think, for 750 doubled up. Oh, nice. 20th is great. I thought I was going to get a top 20 finish last night. I had a couple of really good shots on goal, but did not get there. Bucelis, man, I do kind of like Bucelis, but in honor of our guy Regulator, let's get Cockbrenner. Let's get Cockbrenner up on this squad, huh? Let's get to Cock. All right, gang. I was gonna do 2, but that was taking too long, and I gotta get some stuff done. I gotta get some stuff done today. And yeah, shooter's gotta shoot. I really do need to get out of this slump. It was pretty frustrating that last game. I think I told you I had a really bad shooting night that last game. It was my first. Actually, it's 2 consecutive games where I didn't hit a 3. 2 games ago, I at least did other stuff, but yeah. Oh, yeah, you got 18th. Magi got 18th. We got TKH finished 20th. Nez 4th or 5th, whatever it was. And your boy sucked. All right, appreciate everybody hanging in today. Good luck in those streets. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We'll have some members-only stuff tomorrow as well. Subscribe to the channel. Do all the shit. We will see you tomorrow. Go find your joy.